more of what we did last time with the minor intersections, the rights of ways and all that. I'm going to throw in the hill parking.
Oh.
4 different positions for hill parking as well as roadside stop. And we're going to make a right turn. You can do some lane changes. Figure out where your blind spots are and all that.
Right. Because I know my parents taught me how to like check my blind spot and stuff. With most cars, it comes with like a little light when you see someone in your blind spot.
Yeah, this car does have that. It's the blind spot monitor. We're going to make a left here. The blind spot monitor is that little orange light that lights up on your mirrors.
Right.
When you have someone in your blind spot, which is helpful, but we didn't always have them. It's new technology, right? So
Right.
you don't want to rely on them either.
That's right.
It's just to alert you that someone may be there. The key is to get used to using your mirrors, locating everything in space and place.
Right.
So we're going to make a right turn. Right before the sidewalk, eh? So we're just going to go down this up. Head down towards Montrose Mall area.
Okay.
Just a little bit before that. Smith's Market area, actually.
Right. Because you did show me last time like the place where they take you for your
Yeah,
test.
I gave you a preview, eh?
Right.
Where the hills are. Along the way, we'll practice some lane changes. Go through the lane change stuff. So this intersection's a little wonky here. So we got this lane, and you know which lane to go into.
This one.
Which one?
This one right here.
Yeah. Right on. Good, because it's not lined up. It's just like, which lane?
Right, because that was the major thing. Before, like, my parents sometimes would go to this lane, and then when my sister took this course, the instructor told her that you can't do that.
Exactly. Got to stay close to the curb lane. You know why you drive in the curb lane and not the left lane?
Why is
Like
that?
you can. It's not illegal to drive in the left lane. 2 reasons. Number 1, driving in this lane allows you to do your speed limit. When everyone else wants to go faster, they get in the left lane, right? But the
Right.
main reason is that if you're scanning your rear view mirror every 5 to 8 seconds, you notice an ambulance back there, then all you have to do is pull over to the right.
That's true.
You're not stuck in the left lane.
I haven't hit very many, well, not hit there, but I haven't seen like very many ambulances.
You haven't hit any ambulance? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you didn't hit any ambulances.
But there was like one time when I was in the left lane, but
Yeah.
I pulled over and it was okay.
Yeah, at least you got that experience, because I had one guy, he had his G1 for a full year, never once encountered an ambulance except on the day of his road test.
Oh,
And
no.
he was like, he panicked, he wasn't sure exactly what to do, so he failed.
Oh, that's
And he was a good driver otherwise, though, just because of that. What's the speed limit on LaSalle?
a 50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because it's 50 if otherwise posted.
that's right, 50 unless otherwise posted. So use your brake. There we go. Now, you want to manage that speed at a 50 constant rate of speed. It's normal to go a little bit over, a little bit under. But if you're speeding consistently, let's say for more than 5 seconds, they could potentially fail. So just be very aware of that. Okay, so now you see that orange flashing hand at
Yes.
the intersection. Be prepared, the light may turn yellow. The point of no return is at the beginning of the solid white line. Right about here, if it turned yellow, you'd keep on rolling.
Right. I told my mom about that. I was like, well, this is a great way to see if it's going to turn yellow.
Yeah, and then this one here should have a countdown timer on it. Sometimes. Oh, I guess it ran out. Okay, usually there's a countdown timer over there. Tells you the number of seconds you got left before the light turns yellow, which is really helpful. I wish they had that at every intersection.
Yeah, that little technique to see, because I've gotten caught before. Like when I first started driving, I freak out when it turns yellow, and yeah.
Not knowing exactly, like, can I stop safely behind the line or not? Like,
Right.
And then different road conditions also kind of, you have to take that into consideration too.
It's gotten a lot better, which is good.
Yeah. There's a nice logical pattern to these intersections, larger intersections. Very well controlled. So now when you're sitting here, just kind of take note of what's around your vehicle, because we're going to be making a left lane change when it's safe and possible. If you can't, you can't. It's got to be a legal, safe, possible, and possible. So you know how when you get too close to an intersection, you're not supposed to make a lane change over those solid white lines, right?
Right.
So if that's the case and you're close to an intersection, just abort the mission. Basically, you just keep on going straight and then reattempt. So right about here, you could go ahead and put your left signal on, check that rear view mirror, check your left blind spot, and off you go. Yeah, very nice. Also, you've changed lanes, maintaining that space in front of your car too, 3 to 4 seconds, which is great. So you're not changing lanes right up against another person's bumper.
Right.
Let's, when it's safe and possible, we'll go ahead and make a right lane change.
Okay.
And also, the timing of using your signal is to prevent the guy behind you from jumping over into the right lane before you make your right lane change. So go ahead and give him an early right signal. There we go. Yeah. We're going to make a right turn here at the lights. So I'm scanning the sidewalk. What do you see?
Well, I see a young man.
Yeah. It's on a scooter.
Right.
Waiting to cross the road here.
So now it's you can walk.
Yeah.
Go now. So should I wait?
About a lane and a half.
Okay.
So,
should I wait till he's all the way over
Like
there?
he's right there now, so that's good. Nope. Okay. Then we're going to keep on going straight. So you had asked whether you should wait until the scooter gets to the other side of the road.
Right. Like you said, like a lane and a half.
About a lane and a half. It depends on the traffic situation or the width of the roadway. If it's a really narrow roadway, then yeah, you wait until they get all the way across to the other side. But if it's pretty wide, then a lane and a half is sufficient.
Is there a speed limit like on these little side roads, or is it?
Yeah, 50.
Oh, it is. It is 50.
Yeah, unless
Okay.
otherwise posted. But sometimes you can't do 50, right?
Right.
Just go to safe, comfortable speed. So we're going heading up here, and we'll be pulling over to the right side of the road by those flat rocks. See, instead of the grass, it's flat rocks there. So
Rear?
signal right, yeah. Mirror and shoulder check too, just before you pull over, right beside the rocks. Nice. Okay, so now you're facing uphill.
Okay.
Do you have a curb here?
I do not.
No, you don't. That's right, that's not a curb. Same color as a curb. That does fool some people though. A curb is 90 degrees.
Right.
That's not a curb, so it's just like a water gully or something. So facing uphill, no curb, which way do you angle the wheels? That's the question.
Left.
How about a different question? Let's say you were parked here, you go inside, and you're looking out the window, and now all of a sudden you see your car rolling,
Oh no.
right? You don't want it to go straight down the hill, so you don't keep your wheels straight. and you don't want your car to go out into traffic, so you don't angle them to the left, because if you angle them to the left, it would roll right over this curb and out into traffic. So
right. So right.
all the way to the right. Go ahead.
Okay.
As far as they go.
Like
until it stops. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like right there. Now you can't move it anymore, right?
Right.
Okay, so cancel your signal, and you go ahead and put it in park. And then with this vehicle, you verbalize engage, park, and brake, or you just do the hand motion as if you had the lever, because you don't in this car. It's all automatic. So if you're using this car for your road test, you just got to let the examiner know that you're aware that you should use the park and brake.
Okay, and it just goes on automatically.
Yeah.
That's what this is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
So-
if I were to park on the other side, does that mean I do my, like my wheels to the left?
We'll see when we get there.
Okay.
So, but here, facing uphill. Now your car's going to roll backwards and off the road.
Right.
If it does roll. Okay.
But with the parking brake, it usually won't roll.
Yeah, it's an extra layer of brake,
Right.
basically. If somebody came around that corner and, you know, for some reason lost control and hit the vehicle, then again, your car would roll that way off the road,
Right.
which is what you want. Okay, so, and it's not likely the brakes will fail anyway, but still, you know. All right, so now the very, very first thing you do before you take off is straighten the wheels out.
While it's still in park?
Yeah. So there's a quarter and then one more turn.
Okay.
Right there till the logo's straight up again. Now your wheels are straight. And if you're not sure if your wheels are straight or not, what you can do is count the number of times that you turn the wheel all the way to the right, so until the steering wheel stops. So go ahead and do that.
So go
Bring
back
it back
this
to the
way?
right, yeah. That's one full revolution and a quarter. So it's a quarter and one full revolution back to the straight ahead position right there. And you do the same thing with the left. Turn them all the way to the left. That's one and a quarter. And then it's a quarter and one revolution to the straight ahead position. Okay, so now that your wheels are straight, you can go ahead and get your vehicle ready for takeoff. Drive, and before you take off, you want to do signal, mirror, over the shoulder before you go.
And this way?
Yeah, blind spot, just to be sure that no one's in there. In your blind spot, walking by or cycling by. In Toronto, you get a lot of pedestrians.
Right.
So now we're just going right up this hill here. It's a cul-de-sac. And we're gonna just loop it around and come back down the hill. And then we'll go through what you, that scenario you were imagining. So again, before you pull over to the side of the road, you don't need your signal. So we're going to pull it over to beside the pole here. You signal right, check your mirror, and check your right blind spot before you pull over. That's good, that's close enough. Straighten her out. So you look way down the road and you want to have your front tire on the crack where the grass is growing there in the crack. And then let your back tire follow through over here. If you look over this, into this mirror, you could see your tire, your back
A
tire.
little crooked.
Yeah, so just let it roll forward a little wee bit, steering to the left a little bit, so the front tire stays closer over to the left side, where the grass is growing over there in the crack. Your right tire right now is right here, right on. You're too far over to the right.
Okay.
We'll go down to the next one over here. See the crack here between the pavement and that
Yeah.
water gully? That's where you want your front tire, right on top of that crack. So he's too far over to the right. His
Okay.
back tire should be on that crack, a little over to the left.
Okay.
Like where you, that's good right here, see? That's really good.
Perfect.
Okay, so position of the vehicle, that's good.
Okay.
And now what?
Now, well, I'm still on the right side, so then it'd still be this way.
Yeah. Yeah, and that totally makes sense. Because now if you get hit or if the brakes fail or something, your car's going to roll off onto the grass instead of going down the road and hit that car or